So first and foremost, just go through a quick check to see that all the values are zero. The thermometer should show 0, so you know that there is no heat. Absolutely, the nozzle is not heated up, and you can pop it open just easily. That's one of the good things about bamboo P1P. And you don't have to worry about the front hanging out like that. It's totally okay, nothing's gonna happen. So as you can see, there's a warning saying that if it's hot, caution, it's hot. If it's hot, just wait until it cools down so you can start working with it. There's another warning that says that you cannot unplug these while the device is connected or working, so make sure to power it off. And the wire you see on the topmost is for the big fan, the fan that is used for to cool down the print, and also the main components of the printer. And absolutely make sure that you have both hex keys, 1.5 and 2 millimeters, because you're gonna need both definitely for this one. So when you take a look at the old nozzle, this is the nozzle with the fan, you will see a plastic socket, a plastic sock around it. You have to take it off, and it helps the filament. If you get blobs, it helps that the filament, it makes sure that the filament doesn't stick to the hot end, to the nozzle. But yeah, you definitely need to take it off. You're gonna start off by removing the 4 screws that are holding the fan to the nozzle, to the hot end. And you're not done yet. If you take a look at the old hot end, you'll see that there's a small wire shoved into a small hole with something wide around it. You have to carefully, very gently pull it out, and there it comes out. What I just plugged out was the wire for the thermometer, or just a thermostat. This is how they call it in Germany and some countries. This is the device that measures the heat in your nozzle and tries to regulate it, and sends the information to the computer, and the computer tries to regulate it, regulate the heat. Now, before you screw the fan onto the new nozzle, you have to apply some thermal grease to the ceramic heater and to the tip of the thermometer. To do that, you're gonna have to use this small tool. If you don't have it, you can use something else. I just got this with my order. Applying it is quite easy. Just stick the stick inside the small bag until it's smeared with some grease, and then you can apply it to the side of the nozzle and put the ceramic heater on. The thermal grease is going to help the ceramic thermo conductor to stick onto the nozzle, to the hot end, and it is a highly conductive material, so this is what helps the heat getting transferred from the ceramic heater to the hot end. Now just apply some grease to the tip of the thermometer. You can also apply some thermal grease inside the hole for the thermometer. Not necessarily necessary, but just to ensure proper and maximum conductivity. Now just carefully shove it in and hold it there for like a few seconds until it dries a bit and it sticks. There's also a small aluminium holder that comes with the nozzle. You can use the old one, it's okay. I'm just gonna use the new one. It holds everything together. That's basically what it does. And just put the sock back on, because that's important. Really, you don't want any parts of the hot end getting smeared with filament. Before you screw the fan on again, you'll see this small grease right here. Make sure that all the wires are going through this grease. Screw your fan back on. Just make sure that the side with the script, the writings, is facing the nozzle itself. So, we have to keep in mind that the fan should be to this side. Yeah, you plug it in until the holes on the receiving end and on our nozzle come together. If you're having a hard time pushing it in, try to just, move it around with your other hand while pushing the screw in with the other hand. Same thing for the other screw. Just move the hot end around a few times. Yeah. Until you hear a click. It's gonna sit right there in the middle. So now, be very careful here because I've heard horror stories of people plugging the wrong wire in the wrong socket. You have to plug the nozzle to this last one here. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. So this is the nozzle. Yeah, it has to go to the downmost one. Yeah, and this is the fan for the nozzle, which has to go in the middle. And the biggest fan, the fan we have here, this one, you plug it here. Now let's go for the test. Fingers crossed. So let's heat up the nozzle. Let's test first and see if the part fan is working. Yes, it is. And then yes, both are working. All fans and the thermometer. Usually if the thermometer is not working, then you're not gonna have anything here. It's not gonna show anything here. It's just zero. Heating pretty well. So I'm smelling something burning, which I assume is the smell of the thermal grease that I applied. But it shouldn't be concerning because the fan is working and everything else is working. I'm setting my Sunlu PLA filament, and it should slide right in. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's it. So, if you're wondering, guys, why I changed the nozzle, the main reason for that was because, honestly, this nozzle was done. I've been using it for well over 6 months. It served me well. The nozzle you have right there, the one we put instead of this one, is also 0.4. You have 0.2, 0.6 also, which is depending on your preference. I actually would recommend you to use for Sunlu filaments, especially since here stays it's 1.75 millimeters. So for these, it's always better to use the 0.2 nozzles, but the 0.4 nozzle works pretty well also. I personally couldn't find one in the local store that I visited, so I had to order it online. So I just went with the 0.4 version. But yeah, it is recommended by Bamboo itself that you, or in general, that you, especially with the stainless steel nozzles like this one, to change it every 6 to 12 months, depending on how often you'll use it. Yeah, so it depends on how much you print. Every 30 oh look, yeah, every 30 kilograms of filaments you use, you have to change that. Otherwise, yeah. For me, the reason I wanted to change it was because I was getting a lot of problems recently. I tried everything. I tried to modify the bed temperature, the nozzle temperature. I tried different methods of bed leveling. I tried dehydrating, using dehydrating the filaments and stuff. At the end, nothing worked. I started even getting balls of doom. Things just weren't working anymore. I had to change it. Here we are with our finished print. Just as well as Bamboo filaments. I mean, still with some calibration, you're not gonna have these God, I need some light. You're not gonna have these imperfections right here. Yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of imperfections. This is all solvable with a bit of calibration. Yeah, here. Yeah, I'm not really proud of this, but yeah, still better, way better than what I was getting before this.